This artwork has been supplied to me free of charge from Fanhome.com. Please pop along to their website and see all of the other build-up artworks that they have to offer, as well as other collections of collectible things. I would like to thank Fanhome for providing me with the artwork so I can produce these videos for your enjoyment and educational needs. If you'd like to build one of your own, pop along to fanhome.com. They're available in many countries worldwide. If you do want to build one, leave a note in the comments to let me know how you're getting on. So thank you once more to Fanhome for providing me with this kit. I hope you enjoy the build. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 53 of Building Kitt. Let's have a look through the magazine and then we'll get on with the building. We're continuing the interior console area and the floor and everything, but yeah. This is the season finale, episode 24 from season 2. Michael and Kitt come to the aid of a builder whose heavy machinery is being stolen. Oh yeah, big storylines, hitting all the big subjects here. I don't know why they can't just get a normal security company, but there we go. But yeah, he's going to be doing scanning of things. Something in my bones tells me I'm right. Nothing unusual about your bones, says Kitt. Right. Songs in there, obviously, as there are throughout all of these. Just a couple. The final episode of season 2. April is not seen, as we mentioned last time. But yeah. The crew presented with a Kitt-shaped cake. Oh, isn't that sweet? There we go. So yes, Kitt is probably left in peril at the end of the season, as normally happened. But before we get to the season finale and the peril, we've got to build some pedals. We're going to be putting in pedals and the seatbelt straps on the interior floor panel. A little bit of work with spring by the looks of it for the pedals. I think there's probably going to be the brake switch will activate in there somewhere. We've got to have brake lights come on when you push the brake pedal down. So yeah, then we're going to be fitting the other side of the seat belts on there. Oh no, the rear seat belt. There we go. Rebecca Holden obviously played April. Yeah, multifaceted artist. Thing of a reputation as a singer as well. There we go. So yes, that's that. That's all about her. If you want to read what she's been in, what she's done, it's a Magnum PI. So yeah, that's that. Let's clear the bench. We'll get the floor pan back in and we'll get the bits installed onto it. So here we have it. We've got some seatbelts with real fabric. Will be installed very shortly. But first of all, we've got to play with the tricky stuff. We've got to put our brackets together. We need a JP screw, which is one of these very tiny long ones. I shall actually get out a smaller screwdriver for this as well. That's going to be quite fine. So let's grab my finer than that screwdriver. That one will be fine. I think that will do. It's in the head of that quite nicely. So that's that. And this is going through here and here. So we've got a couple of holes on the side there. And that's going to go through there, through the big one there. So that's going through that hole. Will it fit through that hole first? So that hole is not threaded. So we can get that through there fairly easily. And then see about getting it to tighten up into there. It's going to be moderately tricky. Right, let's see how we're going to do this. All of the fingers everywhere. Obviously, Kitt, as well as being an automatic car, is an automatic car. So there is no pedal. We've only got the go faster and the go slower buttons to worry about. Let's see if we can't get that lined up there and there, maybe. Trouble is, it's all black against black. And not the easiest of things to see what you're doing, really. But that feels like that's going through there. Just make sure that this is, again, the correct way round. Yeah, it seems to be. Get that tightened up. I don't think it needs to be quite that tight. I shall loosen that off again in a moment. I think we need to be able to push the button, push the pedal to make things happen. Big bit sticking out the top of this, which is obviously going to activate somewhere. So that's got some movement to that. Secure it with a screw. Yep. Right. Then we need to play around with the spring. with 2 HP screws. Let's get those out before I start playing around with the spring. So 2 of those. Again, they're still tiny, so I'm still going to stick with the small screwdriver. These will be holding in either side of the screw by the looks of it. The spring, rather. So yes, that's going onto there and onto there. Right, okay. I understand how that's going to work. So we've got one end of the spring going into the other hole that we didn't use for the hinge. That in there. Like so. And then the other end goes into the top hole on this bracket on the same side. Up there. A bit like that. I don't think it needs to be under tension all of the time. So we just pinged off. I didn't really ping off, just fell off. See if I can get that maneuvered to a position where the spring is not under any tension at all and I can just aim through the hole. It's about there, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, that seems to be working. So that is that. So if I push this down now, it is indeed. It's quite springy, actually. I'm quite happy with how that works. That seems to be quite springy and not too tight. So yeah, I'm happy with that. That works fine for me there. We need another JP screw to put the other pedal on. It's not going to be played around with at all. It's just a stationary pedal. Accelerator pedal. So that's going from the other side through there and through there. So yeah, nice and easy again. Much the same as that. Making sure it goes in the right direction. Through there. And then line it up properly. There. Feels like a thing. I thought the pedal worked from underneath rather than on the top. I could be wrong. Or I could be right and they've just done it that way, but there we go. That's that. Yeah, it did have lights on the side, didn't it? I might have to dig out some bright green paint to illuminate the sides of that. As you pushed it down further, the lights came up more, didn't it? I remember that bit. So this is fitting using the AP screws to the bit we've already got. Now we're fitting it to the larger floor pan. So let's see, move those out of the way. They're the last bit we're going to be doing. So this is fitting onto here. This is obviously where all the switch and everything is going to attach. But that's working quite well. I quite like that. Going in there. Or it will be if I can find the correct hole. Hole there somewhere. There it is. Go back to the slightly bigger screwdriver with this. That side as well. That's a little bit easier. So yes, there we have it. And with any luck, that will bend and that will activate that bit there, which is somehow going to connect to the switch. That one won't connect to anything because it's just as it is, but I can still get to that to paint it if I want to. I think I'm going to. I might do a little bit of update and painting on this before the next month's delivery. We'll see how it goes. If I do, I shall create a little video of some sort of touch-up, update and modifications. But yeah, let's have a look. I'm going to need a couple of KP screws next. Fit these bits together. There we go, one of each for that. So these will again be labelled or not. They don't seem to have any labelling on them at all, although that one's got a little nodge at the back and that one hasn't. Does it say... They're both labelled 53E and 53F, so no, they don't matter which way round they go. Need to get them lined up on there. With a screw through that. Yep. Going in there. And like so. And same on the other one. Nice and easy. I've never been too sure about the interior colour of Kitt. Sort of the pale beige. It seems a bit bland. I mean, I suppose it wouldn't work as a dark colour. Couldn't have black. It wouldn't work well on telly, and it wouldn't look great anyway, would it? So, yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Am I sure that I used KP screws? I had to use KP screws. I don't think I want to use KP screws because I've just noticed that that's actually bowed out the bit there. They're a bit too long, and that's still not overly tight. I'm going to replace these KP screws with the HP screws because that's too long. These might be too short, but I've got a couple of spares of these, so I'm thinking there may be just a printing error getting me to use the wrong screws. See if this fits. That fits. That fits in there better, nicer, actually flush as well. Whereas these were a bit proud. Yeah, don't use KP screws on that. Use HP. Oh, it does actually say HP. I apologise for all of my intentional mistakes that I'd make deliberately to show you things can go wrong and you can still recover them. Yeah, make sure you read the instructions properly. HP screws for that. KP screws is the next bit coming up. That's why I got them out ready. We're going to be putting the straps in place onto here. Again, they are identical, so it doesn't matter which one's which. So they go, put it the right way round. So that's going to go on there and just go through the fabric into that hole. Do I need to make a hole in the fabric first? Probably not. I'll probably get away with it. Just going to go in there. See, it's already gone through there. It just didn't go through the plastic. So yeah, that should be all right. Get that the right way round. Everything lined up. You should just be able to tighten that into there. Yeah, that would do the job. There we go. So that would sort of poke up between the seats at the back. There's probably one long seat on the back. I don't remember ever actually. I mean, I know they had people in the back seat occasionally, but it never really featured as a thing, did it? So sure they've researched it and got it right, but I wouldn't know if it was wrong. Somebody will know just what the interior back seats should look like, but yeah, that person is not me. So there we have those now attached. I'm sure there's going to be enough give on those to get them whichever angle we need. If need be, I can loosen them off and make them fit better anyway. So yeah, there we go, recovered. So it's getting there, it's getting built up. I like it. It's coming together and starting to look a bit like Kitt. So thank you very much for that. There's one more delivery this month, which I shall do and show you in a few days. And then we'll see what happens going forward. So thank you for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.